Hello and welcome to this week's Montgomery Minute for Businesses. Does your business have a budget or a forecast? If you don't have that, then you're missing out on the most important roadmap that you can set for your business and for yourself. Even for self-employed businesses with just the owner as the one worker in the business, you should have a forecast, a budget, set your goals, and that should be an annual thing that you revisit regularly. The reason I'm talking about this now is because we're coming out of tax season, okay? And so you have a baseline to start with, because oftentimes when you want to put together a budget or a forecast, you really don't know where to start, okay? What are my baseline numbers? Well, now that we have a tax return, that's your baseline number. And so we start with those numbers, okay? And then we schedule that out from there. And we work with our clients to set goals and really look at their business and say, okay, here's what you're spending money on. Here's the things we want to change because now that we're out of tax season, now we want to turn around and make money. During tax season, we don't want to not make money. We want to show, less income and more expenses and things like that. But now that we're out of tax season, let's get down to business and let's make some money and let's set some goals and try to reach those goals and let's really look at what we're spending money on and try to build up that money in the bank and cash you're able to take out of your budget or take out of your bank. So, great tool for doing this. Most of our clients are on QuickBooks, and the vast majority are on the QuickBooks Online app. This app has a wonderful feature built in for budgeting and forecasting. So we can take those tax return numbers, we can put them in to that budgeting forecasting tool, and with the click of a button, it'll schedule out either quarterly or monthly going into the future as far as we want to. And then we can go ahead and play with those numbers. More importantly, though, is comparing actual to budgeted or forecasted, okay? So as we work through and do monthly and quarterly financials for our business clients, then we take and we look at, okay, here was the budget that you set, the goals that you set, and we put those side by side with each other. So here was your budget, here's your actual that you actually did. And what are you doing? Are you reaching your goals that you set? Are you exceeding those goals? Things like that. So for the small business person that's running a business, it's critical to do this. This is what the big companies do, and they do it regularly. And so they're always forecasting, and they're always looking at their actual results versus that forecast. So I invite all of you to begin this exercise. Let us know if we can help. But you have that baseline now in terms of that business tax return that we just completed. There's your baseline numbers. Start to put those and start to schedule out from there. And you set your own goals. You will find that by setting your own financial goals and having targets out there in the future, you're going to perform so much better than you ever have before. Thanks for watching this week's Montgomery Minute for Businesses.